Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are once again playing some Minecraft. Last episode we were working on our tree up here. I took a couple good falls. More than a couple. A lot of good falls were occurring. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I was gonna attempt something. Let me just... You don't need it for the official part. We'll just see if it works. I don't know if it'll work. We'll just start. We'll just start that up right now. Okay. Cool. Alright. We're ready now. But yeah, as I was saying, lots of falls have happened. Made good friends with the floor. Okay. Oh, I was gonna grab some more food for my person. Oh, lovely. Not even enough to heal. Okay. Danger zone. Danger, danger. Okay. Also, apologies if this is not the most exciting stuff to watch. I don't know. I don't know what is. Actually, let's do this down here. And go here. Give me all your leaves. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay, so little confession. I did try and record a little bit already, and it was like a major fail because one, my audio was fucked. I'm cold, sorry. My audio got messed up, and then what else happened? I don't know. Just was not good. It's bad recording. It's okay. It's okay now because we're trying again. It is so cold in my room right now. We had snow a couple days ago. Snow falling from our skies. And that's just... I'm not ready for that. Thankfully, I did not have to open that day. I only have to open at my work like 2 days out of the week. And it is glorious. I'll happily sleep in. Okay, is this enough flour? No, I want more. I want more. Okay. Well, I guess since I haven't really done this so far since I started my channel. I should probably introduce myself a little bit here. My name is Emma, if you can't tell by my channel name, but I'm 24 and I do hair, but my job is not my full identity. It's something that I love to do, yes, for sure, 1010%. However, there are so many more things that I like to do outside of hair that I also would love to enjoy. So, I don't do that full time right now. I've done it full time for a while, but I kind of slightly took a half step back, I guess, from being full time. So I work like 4 days a week, but I do really love it a lot, and I love being able to help people out and fix their hair and give them good haircuts and good colors and that sort of thing. But yeah, that's what I do. What else can I say? I like art. I draw. I paint. I used to do a thing called Winter Guard, which is similar to Color Guard, where you're spinning flags. However, Winter Guard is where you take that same Color Guard, but then instead of being with the marching band like you're used to seeing, they actually are just by themselves. And we have our own like standalone competition circuit that we do during the winter time, hence the Winter Guard part. So no, we're not guarding the winter, but it is called Winter Guard. And that is something that I was involved in for a very long time, and that's actually how I got into doing hair, was through our super crazy hair and makeup that we would do for Winter Guard and Color Guard. But yeah, that's just kind of a little snippet of what I like to do and who I am. Most of my stories that I would share would be kind of about when I was a teenager and a very, very young adult, because I'm still a young adult, but like more of a young adult than I am right now. When I was 18, I was a moron, so I have a lot of stupid stories that I don't know if I'm willing to admit yet. Nothing bad, well, within reason. I'd say nothing bad compared to some of the other craziness that's out in the world, for sure. But, still not great. But I learned some things. And if I didn't, then that was a waste of trauma, so. Yeah. I'm sorry, that sounded wrong. That's not what I mean. I just try and take learning moments out of my negative situations, because otherwise depression. Yeah, that's a better way to phrase it. So everyone kind of processes things differently, so that's just how I process it. You gotta be so careful on how you explain things. Which is important, because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. That matters to me. Their feelings matter. Just like what Snoop Dogg said. Today is gonna be a great day. Bam. Eh? Okay. Let's pop some of these over here. Let's see. What kind of stories can I tell y'all tonight? I kind of want to tell you about when I used to work for... Can I say their name? I guess it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I used to work at a Cold Stone, and Cold Stones are all franchised out, so they're different owners. So this has no reflection on other Cold Stones. This is only the location that I was at, run by the owners that owned mine. So I worked at this Cold Stone in high school, right? And you would think, like, scooping ice cream is not that crazy of a job. Like, not too eventful if things are going to happen. You're just going to have a chill day. You're going to scoop some ice cream, make some kids happy, and that's that, right? No. No. So, my Cold Stone was right next to a bunch of soccer fields, and soccer kids love ice cream. So, we'd get these huge rushes after big soccer games, and there was always this one week in July where like a ton of people from all over would come, and they're here for like a soccer tournament, and we would just be packed, absolutely slammed with people. And this one day we were absolutely slammed, and we had a line going out the door. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Cold Stone, but they've got a cold stone that they use to to mix the ice cream on. That's kind of how they get their namesake. It's from the Cold Stone that they mix the ice cream on. Well, all those mix-ins that don't go in your ice cream, all those crumbs, we would scrape them off, and then they'd go down this little drain and go down, and there'd be like this little catcher thing that would catch all the little crumbs and stuff, right? Well, one day, during all of this, while we've got the line out the door, this catcher clogs. So we've like made capacity for the amount of crumbs that can be scraped into this little thing. And no one wants to stop what we're doing because we've got a freaking line out the door. So it starts to flood. And our work shoe of choice was Crocs at the time. I don't recommend Crocs for working in an ice cream store. We didn't care, so we did it anyway. They're very slippery when the floor is wet. You don't have a lot of traction. You would think, like, oh, it's a water shoe. No, not that kind of water. Not that kind of water, girl. So I'm wearing these Crocs, and I'm getting my feet all wet, but I realize that our chocolate ice cream is almost out, and chocolate ice cream is a very, very important thing to have in stock when you're in an ice cream store. Chocolate's like one of the most popular flavors. It's also the hardest to scoop. But so we ran out of chocolate, and I'm like, I'm gonna save the day. I'm gonna go so fast here. I'm gonna go so fast, and I'm gonna get this chocolate ice cream, and everyone's gonna be so thankful because I'm gonna save the day. And I slipped and fell, and it was like not just like a normal slip, like a whoa. It was like a full-on cartoon slip where my feet like went up, and yeah, and so my arm hit like this bowl of sample spoons, and the sample spoons went flying everywhere, and I landed on the ground and got completely soaked, and it's packed in there. So I'm just mortified, and I get up and I just look at everyone and I go, I am okay. And like I kind of have my moment, and I go and get the chocolate ice cream, and I think that I'm continuing on with my day. Well, my shift leader pulls me back like, I don't know, 20-30 minutes later, and they go, hey, I just have to let you know because you did just get a complaint about you. Someone called and complained, and they said that they didn't get greeted when they made it in the store, and that some ditz was falling around. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, I started getting worried that I was like legitimately getting in trouble for falling and injuring myself, which like, I'm sorry, what? Well, no, thankfully the shift leader was like, yeah, I just responded to her being like, she's fine, by the way, and hung up on her. And I was like, bless the Lord. Thank you so much for standing up for me. Because I was so worried that the shift leader was going to be like, yep, nope, so sorry. I'm so sorry, ma'am. She is a ditz. Or something. Or like, yeah, she didn't really need to make a scene like that or something. But no. They're like, yeah, she's fine, by the way. Thanks for asking, you selfish motherfucker. But without that part, obviously. But, yeah. That was probably one of the most ridiculous customer complaints I've ever gotten while working in the food industry. Second place to actually another incident that was also at Cold Stone. We didn't have a lot of management, like, on staff at Cold Stone at our location. So, like, you know how usually you'd have, like, your manager and your shift leaders and all that? No. So it'd just be, like, a 16-year-old shift lead, and we'd all be closing like that, and just, like, the wild, wild west was happening where none of us were, like, really having a real adult in charge of us, which is not good when you're 16 and 15 and yeah. So there was one night where I was closing and I was in charge, and I was with one other girl that was younger than me. And, like, that's not saying much because I was already pretty freaking young. Like, I was probably 16 at the time, so she had to be 15. But, so, 16, and we're closing, and we've got this last minute customer that comes in that wants a founder's favorite to go. I still remember what her order was. So I make her founder's favorite, I put the lid on, I bring her out, and I ask her if she wants a copy of her receipt. That's kind of just standard practice, what you do. She goes no. I'm like, okay. Nothing weird about that. So she leaves. And we locked the door behind her because it was literally like time to lock the door, like as she was in there. So we lock the door behind her and we get closing, and not too far into closing we start hearing knocking at the door, and I'm like, what the hell? And so I look out the window and it's the lady that got the ice cream. So I kind of make like a confused look at her, and she's like still knocking on the door like, hey, let me back in. And like I look at the counter to see like, oh, maybe she left her wallet or her purse. No, so there's no wallet, there's no purse, there's no nothing. And I'm like, okay, there's no reason why this woman needs to be let back in the store. I'm making the executive decision that I am not letting her in right now because we need to close and we need to go home. So I decide that we're gonna ignore her. Do you think she left? No, she did not leave. So she ever so tenaciously, with all the energy vested in her, which just, it really amazes me how much energy she put into this, now looking back at this. Because for what? A receipt. Sorry, I just spoiled the ending. But, so she's knocking on the window, and I'm like, the fuck is her problem? I'm not letting her in. She's crazy. And so my coworker, the younger girl that was with me, she's starting to get nervous, and she's like, I don't know about this. Like, are you sure we shouldn't let her in? And I'm like, no, because she's like acting crazy out there. Like, she's like heavily knocking at the window. It's not like it's like a bam, bam, bam at the window. And I made like, there's nothing over here. Like, what do you want? And so we all, as in the two of us, 15 and 16-year-old girls, we go and hide in the back room because scary. What the fuck are you doing, you weirdo? And we hide back there, and it goes silent, and it's silent for like 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I think she's gone. And I peek out, and it's like pitch black out in the main lobby area. And out the window, looking down the line into the back room, is this lady. Her hands are over her eyebrows, and she's just staring, just looking in straight at me. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. So I turn back around the corner, and I hide again. And so the phone starts ringing, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm not answering that. That's probably the freaking lunatic out there. And sure enough, it is. It is. And so, uh, she keeps on calling, keeps on calling. I'm not answering. I ain't folding. I'm no bitch. And my coworker, eventually, she's just like, I'm gonna answer it. I can't handle this type of stress. Like, we're not doing this. And so, she decides that she's gonna open the door, like the front door. And I told her, I go, you can open the door, but I do not support that. And I am locking the back room because she is not coming back here. I do not want physical harm on my person. So I just was like, you can let her in, but if she starts fighting and beats you, that's your own fault. Once again, 16. I was 16. So, no, I was not acting like a responsible shift leader at the time. Technically, they weren't even paying me as a shift leader yet. They just were, they partially trained me in so that I could take on the responsibilities, but didn't fully train me enough for them to justify, giving me a raise, which is actually why I ended up leaving there. But, that's besides the point. But, yeah, so I had that crazy lady, and yeah, I thought she was gonna break in the window or break down the door. And so my coworker finally lets her in, and she's screaming, I want your store number, your manager's number. Ah, I just want my receipt. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? All this for a receipt? A receipt? Seriously? I literally asked you if you wanted your receipt, and you said no. And guess what? I already closed the register, so you can't get your fucking receipt. So what are you gonna do? Eat a dick. So, yeah. That still, like, to this day, is so stupid to me. Like, why do you need a receipt for ice cream? Why? Like, explain. It makes no sense to me. Why did you need a receipt for the ice cream? Why did you need to almost break down the goddamn door over a freaking receipt for ice cream? And why did you choose violence on like 15 and 16-year-olds? Like, we were dumb teenagers, and I was definitely like that, like, dumb bitch as a teenager. I'm still that dumb bitch. I'm less of a dumb bitch because I'm slightly more aware, but I was pretty dumb bitch mode, and I even knew then that this lady was choosing violence with the aggression that she was coming with this force. Words. She was coming with like so much aggression and so much force at that window. I was like, no, she's gonna kill me. Hey, freeloader. Okay. Yeah, those were some customer service stores. I also worked at it was a kind of like Taco Bell. It's called Zantigos. It's like a Mexican chain food restaurant. They were not that good. First of all, I don't think I signed anything when I worked there, so I don't know if Zantigos are all over the place, but one thing that I thought was crazy there is that they actually fill their ground beef for their tacos with oatmeal. So we would use like oats and mix it into the ground beef to make it spread further. So that's your tea on that. But one time we had some customers come into Zantigos, and they wanted to modify one of the tacos to make it gluten-free. And my manager was like, it's not gonna be fully gluten-free, just so you know. Like, there's still gonna be potential of cross-contaminants, and we don't do that anymore because we don't want people mad at us. So we can't really call it gluten-free because of the cross-contamination. And these people lost their ever-loving minds on my manager. And so they were like freaking out on him, and that's all fine and dandy. And then so they get their food that they could eat, right? And instead of eating it, they proceed to dump the contents of the tacos. Like, so it's hard shell tacos. They just all over the booth. They pour them, pretty much. And guess who had to clean it up? Not my manager that pissed them off, me. And I was like, this is shitty. I hate this so much. Yeah, that's all the customer temper tantrums I can think of off the top of my head. That's all not hair related ones. I've got some hair clients that have been nightmares too. Most of them are stories of age discrimination happening. One of them is something that my coworkers pissed people off, and then since I was their receptionist before I was a stylist, they made me deal with it, even though it had little to do with me. That kind of sucked. Yeah, I'll tell you guys about that. So, I was a receptionist at a salon that only cut hair for a long time. And after I graduated, I decided that I wanted to become a stylist there, since I already knew most of the people that worked there, and the manager and I got along really well. I just thought it would be a good fit for me. So I started this salon, and I'm significantly slower at haircuts than everyone else because I just am. At that time, it was because I was new and I was figuring stuff out still, but in general, I still take my time on haircuts, but whatever. I'm not a machine. But anyways, so I was taking a while on this haircut, and I was in my own little world, but what I know happened is my coworkers had taken a family in that were a group of walk-ins, and we did both walk-ins and online reservations at our salon. So we had these people that were on our online reservation list, but they weren't physically there yet. So my coworkers were taking people that were physically there first. So there was this whole family that came in as a walk-in, and so they put them on the list, and that puts them below the people that are on the online check-in in the queue. So they start taking back parts of the family, like the kids and stuff, and they get through like one of the sons and one of the other sons, and then the online check-ins start to arrive. And since their names were higher up on the list than the family that was the walk-in that was already physically there and halfway through their family's appointments, they started taking the other haircuts instead. So, understandably, the family gets mad, and they're like, what the fuck is happening? Like, why'd you stop taking our kids back? And my coworker, because she didn't want to stop her haircut, pulled me away from my 40-minute deep haircut where I already was supposed to be done, but fuck my production, right? Because it already doesn't matter. Or anything, really. None of my focus mattered in that moment to her. But, so she pulls me away from my client so that I can explain to this family why their children are not getting their haircuts currently done. And so I explain it to them, and they are obviously upset with me about how bullshit it is. And I'm just like so beside myself with the feeling of like, this is not my fault, and like I am in my own little world here just trying to survive, and like just let me survive, man. That's what I remember thinking. And I just felt like so beside myself that I started like bawling my eyes out. And so like I walk away, and they like piss off. I don't remember what happened to the family that yelled at me. But so they fuck off, and I fuck off too. I hide in the back room, and I think that I've collected myself. Mind you, I still have someone sitting in my chair waiting for me to come back. And so I come back, and I think like I'm all pulled together, and I'm like, I am so sorry. And the guy that I was cutting his hair is like, it's okay. I'm so sorry that they yelled at you. And I'm like, it's fine, whatever. And so I was just like trying to cut his hair again. And I kept on thinking about the fact that that had just happened. And it kept on making me sad. So I had to excuse myself again. And maybe another time. I think it was either 2 or 3 times I had to excuse myself from this haircut. Because I could not stop crying after this family had yelled at me. I was just like, I don't even understand how this is my fault, but I just got screamed at and I don't like it, and I'm just straight up not okay, my dude. So yeah, that sucked. Those coworkers, that's one of the reasons why I don't work there anymore. Well, one of many reasons, but one of the main reasons was because those girls are really freaking selfish, and they did not want to take a second of time to step away and do anything because they were there for the money, and that is all. They knew who tipped well when they came through the door, and they would rush on the haircuts they were currently on to get to those better tippers. And they would leave you with all the bad tippers and the picky people that are rude, and yeah. It's eat or be eaten, I understand that, but goddamn were they selfish as hell. I just, like, I knew from that point forward I didn't want to work at a salon that was ever like that, and I don't, and I love where I am now, so it's a learning process. Everyone likes a little bit of a different vibe when it comes to their work environment, but I'm just like, I'm not a workhorse, and I like having a sense of community and having a team that's mindful of knowing the impacts of their actions is really nice. So that's something that I get with the team that I work with now. But yeah. That's kinda... Those are some customer service stories for ya. I've got more, but I think I'll just keep it at that for now, because most of them, like I said, are like age related, and that really annoys me a lot. Like, don't be rude to me because you think that I don't know what I'm doing because I look like a child. I understand I look like a child, and I probably sound like one too sometimes. But, I'm not. And I know what I'm talking about when it comes to my job, at least. Not about everything. I'm pretty stupid with a lot of things, but that's okay. But, yeah. No, I don't do that. We don't play that game. We're not assholes to people unless, they're super prejudiced and they deserve it because justice. No, just kidding. We gotta try and be nice to people. Sometimes I want to be immature and rip into people, but I know better and I shouldn't. Things will work out and justice will happen in the universe in its own time, in its own poetic ways, and sometimes we just don't get to see those things play out, and that's okay. Wow, that was so mature. I'm trying to convince myself as well. No! How many times have I died doing this project, I wonder? At least it was like almost all the way outside my door. That's convenient. Where'd my scaffolding go? Hey, are you gonna steal my shit? He's like, huh? Okay. Give me those shoes. Bam, 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 bam. Huh? Okay. Let's walk away a little bit here. Okay. I think that's looking pretty cool. Cool beans, my dude. I'm so happy they put the azalea trees in this game. Those little flowers really help. Just adds that little extra color that I think it needs. Okay. Let's not die yet. Okay. Sick. I'll probably retell those stories a bunch. I'm used to retelling stories, which is kind of maybe an issue for the internet because people get annoyed. But I'm used to retelling stories because I talk to my clients all the time. And I tell all of my clients pretty much the same things. I gotta have some sort of anecdotes, right? Oh, an apple. Okay. Let me... Whoa. Give me that. Thank you. Huh. Okay. I'm not super confident in the fact that my face cam idea is gonna work. I'm mainly worried because I slightly attempted this already and I couldn't figure out how to actually get the footage from my phone to my computer without ruining the quality. So, yeah. That part kinda sucks. That part's tough. So I don't want to drop the quality down any more than it already will by just having it be uploaded. I don't know. Maybe it won't drop the quality just from being uploaded. I don't know what I'm talking about actually. I just want nice camera quality for it. Like, I'm gonna say something that makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about. Nope, just kidding. I'm talking out of my ass. Don't know what I'm talking about. Don't know. That's all I have to say about that. Oh no, where'd my glowstone go? It's probably on the ground down here. Let me find it. Glowstone. Did I lose it? I think it's gone. Man. That sucks. Okay. Let's make some more glowstone. And then we'll continue. We shall continue. Okay, doesn't look terrible. I've got 16 more glowstone here. I think it looks pretty cool. Oh my gosh, the sheep. The sheep on the floating island. Oh. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's place that bad boy there. And just slowly place some vines and such around. Okay. Let's reconfigure our inventory here a little bit. I believe that we have more things than what it appears. Let's put that there, do that. I'm slowly getting more impatient with this and just want it to be done. I'm, like, slightly more willing to have more blocks that are the same, that are next to each other. Okay. Ah! Okay, let's start on this branch. Let's that, and then that, that. Okay, let's set there, 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 there. Let's grab spruce. Yes, we still need spruce. Do that and that. Okay. And we'll do this. Knock that out. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful angel. Love your imperfections every angle. Tomorrow. I just had to let you know. beautiful, 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 beautiful angle. Sorry, stuck in my head. Okay. Ah, it's so terrifying every time I fall. I'm like, well, that's that. I want it to be like, yeah, here, and then not there. But then also here, but not there. Ah, dang it. I can't sleep when you're not there. Not there. You're not there. You're not there. I can't sleep is a nightmare. Sorry. Also, disclaimer, I am intentionally singing without trying. So, I know how to sing. I just don't like trying to, so. Like, I literally took private voice lessons in middle school, and I did show choir and all the things, but I just like don't like trying to sing well, so I just don't. So it's more goofy and fun that way for me. Cause I can't sleep when you're not there. It's a nightmare. You're not there. It's a nightmare. You're not there. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Anyone who doesn't watch internet constantly is gonna be like, what the fuck is she singing? You'd be like, I don't understand what is happening right now. And then I will respond with, you're not there. A nightmare. Okay, I promise I'm done now. Ah, no! Goodbye! So many leaves. Okay, I'm gonna finish these, and then we're gonna come down and look at it. But then I need more resources. And I think we'll do that one in the next step. But we'll finish what we're doing here first before I'm just like, okay, bye, we're done. All done. Okay, let's place you. Aww. Yep, getting snaw up here, Dad. Dude. Okay, so we need more floral azalea tree leaves. We need, let's see, we've got oak, we've got birch. Let's collect what we have. We've got spruce. So we need a little bit more birch, a little bit more spruce. We're probably good on oak. Oh, there is a difference between dark oak and oak. What? No, there isn't. They look the same. Okay. Yeah. So we're good on the oak leaves for now. Okay. Let's come down. Ooh. Okay. Let's see it from this angle. Uh-huh. Okay. I kind of want to make that branch taller. Just a little bit. Let's look at it from other angles. Ow. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I could like to here. I don't think it would look bad. Ooh, that was my wrist. I don't know if you heard that. Okay, well, I am gonna end this episode here, but thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe to the channel. I make new videos or do streaming on every day, so there's a post every single day, I guess is the correct way to phrase that. Posting every day. Streaming for sure on Mondays is my schedule, but then I kind of stream weekend nights if I am up to it. But I don't want to say that I am for sure because sometimes it's just not in the cards. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature